Ohio Congressman, Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Jim Jordan. Good morning to you, Mr. Chairman. So, ActBlue employees reportedly took the fifth, get this, 146 times during your committee's depositions. I mean, what does that level of silence tell you about what's actually going on inside that organization?
Well, yeah, I mean, these were four individuals who quit, who left ActBlue right after the 2024 election, and then one who was fired. They all took the fifth, and we brought them in for depositions on, I think, like 170 some times, I believe, they exercised their Fifth Amendment rights. I think that just underscores our concern about they lowered the fraud standard so they could bring in all the money. And never forget, this is the fundraising juggernaut. This is the machine for the Democrat Party. There were congressional candidates, first-time candidates, no one ever heard of, who were raising $2 and $3 million a quarter through ActBlue. So our concern is foreign money's coming in through this organization. They're not checking it. They're not doing the fraud prevention kind of measures that keeping them in place like they need to. And all this money is going to Democrat candidates, which frankly is just against the law. So we've started our investigation. The one new fact that's kind of come out here of late is their law firm said that their CEO, responding to congressional inquiries, may have misrepresented the facts. Now, that's a fancy. The law firm representing ActBlue said to their client, "We think you misrepresented the facts." That's a fancy way of saying you lied to Congress, which you're not allowed to do. So we're having that CEO in front of Congress next week.
Yeah, misrepresented the facts. That's a good way to put it. What specifically are you hoping to uncover now about ActBlue's handling of foreign donations and fraud prevention? There's so much there.
Yeah. Some of the testimony, some of the emails and documents we have received. Now we're subpoenaing. We want all the information, but some we have received shows that there was a statement in there like, "Well, we don't want to do anything that will lessen the money coming in." So we got to be careful about keeping our fraud prevention measures really strong because it might reduce the amount of money coming in and going to Democrat candidates. So we want to explore that angle. But frankly, I also want to get into what we just talked about, this disagreement between their counsel and ActBlue. Now, ActBlue is that, and by the way, the counsel that they had was one of the top lawyers in the Biden Justice Department, the Biden White House counsel. That was the lawyer for this big law firm that was here in town. So this is not like some Republican lawyer. This is a Democrat lawyer who worked as White House counsel in the Biden administration. That's who's raised the question with that. So I want to explore that as well in next week's hearing.
Interesting.
I do want to shift gears here a little bit, Mr. Chairman, over to the West Coast. Your committee just sent letters to San Francisco and San Diego law enforcement demanding records about those areas' sanctuary city policies. Now, in San Francisco, the sheriff reportedly admitted to honoring only 1 out of 1,000 ICE detention requests. These sanctuary cities continue to stonewall immigration officials, release dangerous criminals back onto the streets, and yet no one is being held accountable.
Well, we're trying to. We actually have legislation that's already passed our committee that would hold these jurisdictions accountable. Understand, again, in simple terms, sanctuary jurisdiction means the politicians tell local law enforcement, don't work with federal law enforcement when it comes to enforcing federal law. I mean, that's just stupid, but that's exactly what happens. And it's all part of this bigger plan I think the left has. I call it the 4-part plan. Step 1, during the Biden administration, open border, allow 10 million illegal migrants to enter the country. Step 2, create sanctuary jurisdictions all over the country, which make it difficult to remove those illegal migrants when they commit another crime. Step 3, don't fund the guys who do the removing, which is that's the debate we're in right now. The Democrats won't fund ICE, the people who do the removing. Step 4, these prosecutors go light on anyone who commits a crime who's here illegally because they take into account their deportation and immigration status. We saw this in the hearing a couple of weeks ago with Mr. Descano, the prosecutor in Fairfax County, Virginia, who is giving lesser charges to an illegal migrant who commits the same crime as an American citizen and working out better plea deals for them because he doesn't want them deported. That's how ridiculous this whole plan of the Democrats happens to be. And the last thing I would say is remember that these sanctuary jurisdictions created by the left all over the country, because it's 18 big blue cities, 11 states that are blue states, it represents almost a third of the country lives in a sanctuary jurisdiction where, again, the politicians won't let the local law enforcement work with federal law enforcement. Bad guys get released. and they do terrible things, like with Stephanie Minter, who was killed by a migrant who had a detainer, but they let him go, and he killed Stephanie Minter right here in Fairfax County, Virginia.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.